speaking of their main guys, Brandon Aiyuk, they were asked about him. And John Lynch said really, really, encouraged about Brandon Aiyuk, but it's just that he did most of his rehab, if not all of his rehab, away from the facility. So they don't even know where he's at. And they have to do some diagnostic tests on him over the next few days and figure out where he's at, and that there is no timeline for his return. But they're hoping that he comes back within the first half of the season.
Within the first, okay, hold on. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. They're hoping, keyword, he comes back during the first half of the season. That's a reasonable paraphrase of what he said?
That's what Kyle Shanahan said. There's currently 3 players on the Niners rehabbing ACL injuries: Aiyuk, Malik Mustafa, and rookie quarterback Curtis Rourke. And Kyle said the hope for all 3 is that they return at some point in the first half of the regular season.
Okay, let's just stay with Aiyuk. I don't know the other guys. So they're hoping he comes back within the first half, but they're not guaranteeing it.
Nope.
So just following this logic, it could mean he won't come back in the first half, and he might come back in the second half, and he might not come back.
Correct.
So, Iggy, that's really, in a way, we buried the lead. That's more significant than Pearsall. He's a better player. He's more central to what they do. And really what they're saying is they have no idea because they haven't really examined him yet. They have no idea.
I do find it kind of interesting that Aiyuk spent the offseason away from the team, and I actually am not that surprised.
Why are you not that surprised? And be careful. Don't say anything to get yourself in trouble.
Eric Branch wrote it today, like predictions for the year. Number 1, Brandon Aiyuk will make a passive-aggressive post on social media about the 49ers. I can't prove it, but it seems like he's somewhat perturbed with the organization, not exactly sure why. And the news that he hasn't been around the organization to do that checks out. I could see him wanting to do it on his own.
Okay, he may have very good trainers and medical people. Lord knows he has enough money.
Sure.
So again, I come back to for what me is the key point. What are they saying about when he's going to come back? What they're saying is they don't have a clue. And it may be a long time. Am I drawing wrong inferences? They don't have a clue, and it may be a long time.
The first thing that Lynch said when asked about Ike, he was like, look, he did a lot to his knee. Like, it's a massive, massive injury. So Mayoko floated it a couple of weeks ago that there's a chance that Brandon Aiyuk could be out there for week 1. I'm sure there is a chance, but there's also a chance that he might not even be out there until November.
Right.
Yeah.
And
he might not be out there at all. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Who's to say November?
Yeah. Yeah, he might not be, because that's what the Niners sort of did with Greenlaw last year. They're like, hey, there's a chance he might play week 1. And then every week we ask them, they're like, yeah, he's just not quite ready yet. And then week 16, they decided he was ready. So we'll see about Brandon.
As Iggy knows, I'm friends with a sports doctor, and I had lunch with him yesterday, and we talked about this stuff. And he is highly skeptical about Aiyuk and McCaffrey. He feels that their injuries are so serious that they may never be the same player again. Now, he's never touched them. He's never met them. He's never examined them. So this is just an opinion from afar, saying this is a possibility, not a certainty. It's a possibility they may never be the same again.
When players tear their ACLs, a lot of times you'll hear John Lynch or general managers talk about it was a clean ACL tear, meaning he didn't tear anything else. Yes, he completely tore his ACL, but he didn't mess up his MCL. He didn't mess up his meniscus. And the odds of making a full recovery or maybe even being better after the injury are pretty high in 2025. That's not what Brandon Aiyuk had. He had the ACL and the MCL, and he said he messed up his meniscus as well. It was never officially reported that he tore his meniscus, but he made a YouTube video like a few days after, really depressed, saying, messed up my meniscus. So if that's the case, meniscus injuries often shorten your career because by the time you're in your late 20s, early 30s, there's bone on bone, there's no cartilage, and it's really painful to run. So that's more of a long-term issue for Brandon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Iggy, their wide receivers, they got a real problem.
Yeah, there's more. So
Okay.
Ricky Pearsall going to miss 3 practices at least. Who knows? It could be more. Brandon Aiyuk hopefully back the first half of the season.